Welcome to Evolve, your weekly dose of Liberty news created for the people and by the people. Hi, I'm your host, Forrest Jehlik, and thanks to all of you who commented on our pilot. With that, let's get started with breaking down Ron Paul's campaign in the segment called Delegate Playbook. Congressman Paul has already won more than half of the delegates in Iowa, Alaska, and Minnesota, and has brought many delegates to his camp in other states, including North Dakota, Maine, Washington, and Louisiana. But look what happened on Saturday. According to the Boston Globe, less than half of Romney's 27 chosen delegates won. Instead of picking Romney's choices, they went with the good Dr. Ron Paul, giving him the ability to influence the choosing of the state's delegate chairman, the state's favored vice presidential candidate, and more. So as we look at the bigger picture, Paul's delegate surge has shown even in the state where Romney was governor, he may have some problems holding on to that front-runner position as we inch closer to the convention held in Tampa, Florida this August. And I know you Ron Paul people plan on being there, so bring your suntan lotion. It's going to be hot. So you're probably asking, and we get this all the time, what can I do now? Well, Rebel Alliance, it's called the good old Lone Star State of Texas. The next step for the campaign is to try to maximize Paul's performance in his home state of Texas, which has a totally proportional primary on May 29th. There are a total of 155 delegates available, with 118 of those available through the electoral process. So it's time to put on your boots, get knocking on those doors, and start making those calls. Support the campaign any way you can and let the world know that 1, you don't mess with Texas, and 2, you don't mess with Ron Paul. And for you folks out there in Texas, if you're watching, we at RevPack love your barbecue. Feel free to send some. We're huge fans. In case you didn't catch it this week on Bloomberg TV, Ron Paul brought the fireworks when he debated Nobel-winning economist Paul Krugman. Here's a clip.
Governments aren't supposed to run the economy. The people are supposed to run the economy.
So here's Congressman Paul reminding all of us what we already know the economy is about, the free market. So what does the prize-winning economist have to say in return?
You can't leave the government out of monetary policy.
Big brother. Apparently, Krugman is clearly ignoring the fact that we as a nation existed without the Federal Reserve policies long before the Fed was established in 1913. So what does Krugman propose to be the solution to our current woes?
Exactly what you're defending.
I'm a defender of the economic policies that we followed after World War II that produced the best generation of economic growth that this country has ever experienced.
We need the fearless, brilliant leaders of the government and the Federal Reserve policies to fix it. I bet the good doctor has something to say about that.
You have to liquidate the debt. After World War II, a lot of the debt was liquidated. But guess what else we did? The troops were coming home. 10 million people came home. Big government liberals wanted to have job programs. They weren't put into place. We cut spending by some 60%. We slashed taxes. Finally, the Depression ended.
So let me get this right. We liquidated the debt, we brought our troops home, we cut our taxes, and the Depression ended. Now, let's compare that to what we're doing today. Just the opposite. So Paul Krugman seems to think we need a central bank to do what the free market did for itself. I think it's safe to say on this day we get to score one more for liberty. So on to our next segment, Liberty Rocks. Let's take a look at how the liberty message is making an impact in our culture through music and in film. Recently we attended the Chicago Comic-Con and met some usual and some unusual characters, but most importantly, we met the creators of Silver Circle, an animated film based in our world after massive economic collapse. What follows? Tyranny, explosions, monetary mayhem, gotta throw in some romance, and of course, the rebels. So let's watch this.
At C2E2, which is the huge comics convention here in Chicago, Illinois. So, I mean, there's, I don't know, 40, 50,000 people here. It's loud, it's crazy, people are in costumes. But we fit right in. We're an animated movie, we've got a comic book, and it's a fun place to be. To me, the Federal Reserve is like the world's ultimate comic book bad guy. It's this 100-year-old secret society that controls the world's money supply in complete secrecy and lack of transparency. It's amazing and true, but it's just like James Bond, but in real life. I'm using pop culture because it's a lot more interesting to me. It's and it seems a lot more relevant. I feel like all the good documentaries have been done. A lot of stuff has been covered. For me, I'm excited about actually making something that you can give to your friend who doesn't really know much about this stuff, and they just want to have a good time watching a cool story. And at the end, they kind of realize, hey, this bad guy was this Federal Reserve. What is this Federal Reserve? A place like here, this is where pop culture meets the ground. And usually when you tell somebody that, there's a group of rebels fighting the Federal Reserve, are trying to destroy the Federal Reserve, a lot of people get this evil little smile on their face. Because they've been seeing it in the news. We were kind of crazy looking 2 years ago. A year ago, we were less crazy looking, and this year we're looking almost sane. But people just think it's funny that it's kind of this interesting idea. But people have been pretty excited about it, and it's dependent on the quality of the story and what it looks like. But it's a good story, and it's looking really good.
I'm glad you got to be here just like I was today, and guess what? I still have not got the pill, my beloved. Awesome. But soon enough, I promise you. Forget about that.
So we encourage you all to check out their new trailer and more info on the Silver Circle movie, so please go to silvercirclemovie.com. And if you are lucky enough to attend, Liberty Love Fest was this past weekend in Massachusetts. I couldn't, but we did have some people there. If not, here's Chris Carnes to tell you what you missed.
Wanted to do something to help out the campaign in some way. I decided I'd reach out to one of my friends, Jordan Page, to hold an event. We built a stage. We have a great crew of probably around roughly 20 people that are steady workers. Everybody's just contributing in massive ways. It's incredible, all the resources we have around here. People like that, would do anything to get the word of liberty out, or for whatever cost. And we want to also build basically a place where patriots can go, unite, and in art and in music and in lectures. We're going to do some historical lectures with some great historians from around the country. And we're here for supporting Ron Paul, and we want to get the truth out there. The whole place is based on black and white. Because the truth is in black and white, you cannot skew the truth. We the people created the state first. We are the state. It's a state of mind. It's a connection between each other and a community that want to go build together something in prosperity. This is what the colonies did. Today, we're no longer builders, we're consumers, and we want to wake up people to being builders again, and that's what I want to do here. I want to build a family. I want to I want to help build the revolution, the Ron Paul revolution.
You gotta love Liberty festivals, they are inspiring. So keep an ear out for more songs of love from Massachusetts coming this summer. And speaking of hearing, we want to hear from you. What did you think of the show? Keep your wardrobe comments to a minimum. My mom likes my sweater. So we plan on adding more great segments and more news and information to this ever-evolving show. So stay tuned for another fine-tuned version next week. Remember to like, fave, and share this episode on Facebook or your social media outlet of choice. Thanks again for joining us in Evolve. We want to leave you with this clip and message that the mainstream media won't tell you. And the message is this: Ron Paul can win. So keep the faith and keep pushing. This is Forrest Jehlik signing off. Until next week, don't live free or die, my friends. Just live free.